Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting with me, called the Cobra Froch. Wow, what have I just witnessed? Anthony Joshua has just taken on Francis Ngannou and obliterated him. But before I talk about that, I just want to tell you about my friends at HelloFresh who are sponsoring this video. As you all know, the Cobra is a lean, mean fighting machine. This is not an accident. Look at them guns. But in order to stay this way, I need to eat well. And that's where HelloFresh come in. As you all know, I'm a busy man and I don't always have time to eat well. But with HelloFresh, you get pre-measured, fresh ingredients delivered right to your doorstep with easy to follow recipes. Whether you're a cooking novice or a seasoned chef, HelloFresh has something for everyone. Now here's the best part. Get 60% off your first order and 25% off for the next 2 months and free gifts. Use the code FROCH60 at the checkout or scan the QR code on the screen. Enjoy. Well, to be honest, I don't even know what to say. Well, first of all, wow, AJ is back. You've got to say AJ's back. There's going to be people that's going to question Francis Ngannou. Even I said it on my live stream, my Froch along. I said, does Francis Ngannou belong in the same ring as somebody like Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua? Because he performed so well against Tyson Fury, then he got his top 10 WBC world ranking that people were upset about, but he deserved it because of his performance with Fury. So I don't want to slag Fury off. I want to talk about Anthony Joshua for now. Anthony Joshua has just put on an absolutely unbelievable performance. That nobody expected that. I thought it would be a mid to late stoppage, maybe even a points win for AJ. Box move, keep out the way. He was looking a bit nervous all week. He didn't really want to engage with anybody, but he had a cool calmness about him in the background. He was saying all the right things, but not really engaging. So I thought, is he nervous? He looked a bit nervous when he got to the arena. I was thinking, what's he going to do? But I tell you what, from round one, when he stood in that ring and took the centre of the ring and threw that sharp jab, he was looking for that right hand straight away. We actually saw it on the pads with Ben Davison, that big overhand right. He was looking for that right hand counter. And he found it. So from round one, it was behind the jab. He was confident, and Ngannou was standing in front of him, being a bit cagey, and he did the most stupid thing that any novice professional could do. He switched southpaw. Francis Ngannou all of a sudden thinks he can switch southpaw, and what do you do against the southpaw? You throw a straight right down the pipe. That's what you do. As an orthodox fighter, a southpaw, that right hand is just there for him, straight down the middle. So Ngannou done himself up, really. But he was slow, he was cumbersome, he was heavy on his feet. He looked really, really slow, actually. But AJ, don't take anything away from AJ, by the way. AJ was sharp, strong, confident, looking for the right-hand counter, and he fucking landed it, didn't he? He was landing the jabs, he was looking, he was kind of standing just out of range of Ngannou, but in close enough range to let him know that I'm here to hit you if you make a mistake. So he was showing confidence. That's what I'm getting at. He was showing that he believed in himself from round one, from the off. He believed in himself. Stood in front of Ngannou and he timed the right hand counter. Round one, he dropped him. Little slip. Waited for that slow, lazy jab. The slow, lazy jab from Ngannou was his undoing. And then he switches southpaw. And then that was the finishing of him, because as soon as that first round knockdown came from AJ, which was a beautiful counter, right hand, straight down the pipe, and Ngannou was dazed. He did well to get up. But this shows that somebody who's not a professional fighter shouldn't really be in with somebody who's a former two-time heavyweight world champion, a unified champion. This, for me, it's justified. It's justified what's happened. I'm not happy about it because I didn't want to see Ngannou get obliterated and flattened and wiped out like he did. But it shows that boxing as a sport, the art of pugilism, the sweet science, is what it is. You've got to be in that game to be able to compete at that game. But because he did so well, Ngannou, against Tyson Fury, we thought he belonged in there. He didn't belong in there with Anthony Joshua. He just didn't. So I'm not taking anything away from AJ because he did the business. And in round two, AJ came out and he was looking for that counter right hand, and he found it. He just slipped the jab, boom, right hand, down Ngannou went again. He was hurt badly. Did he climb off the canvas again? I can't remember. All I can remember is Ngannou absolutely crumbling to the final right hand. His legs were gone from under him. He was folded in half. He was in bad trouble. He was gone out cold. He needed oxygen. That's what you would expect to happen when a proper heavyweight champion of the world like Anthony Joshua is, steps in with a novice professional. That's why this fight shouldn't have happened. And that's why we said the first fight with Fury and Ngannou was a mismatch and a gimmick and a shambles. But he gave Tyson Fury a good fight. So we've allowed it. We've let it get to where it's got. But again, Tyson Fury struggled bad. He just made Ngannou look good. He flattered Ngannou. But Anthony Joshua deserves all the credit. He's got in there. He's done the business. He's smashed Ngannou. That's probably finished Ngannou's career. He's made a few quid. Fair play to him. His backstory is humble and he deserves respect. And he's got in there with two of the best heavyweights in the business. That we should never see him in a heavyweight ring, a boxing ring, ever again. Anthony Joshua, what next for him? Where does he go now? I mean, you've got to say that he takes on Tyson Fury and gives him a hell of a fight. Does he beat Tyson Fury? Most people now would say that Anthony Joshua beats Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury's got a job to do first. He's got a job to do against Alexander Usyk. So, if Tyson Fury beats Usyk, you already know what I think about that. I think Usyk wins that fight. But if Tyson Fury does beat Usyk, then we're going to get AJ and Tyson Fury. And all of a sudden now, Anthony Joshua is the massive favourite. What he did to Otto Wallin, I know it was 5 years after what happened with Fury with the cut and whatever, but he smashed Otto Wallin up. And now he's gone in there and obliterated Francis Ngannou, and Tyson Fury struggled. So Eddie Hearn's blowing the trumpet and losing the plot, and is entitled to, because he's saying he's now got the best heavyweight in the world. And many would believe him, but there's only one caveat to that. A guy from Ukraine called Alexander Usyk, who's already beat Anthony Joshua twice. And I think he's the main man in the game. But I'd love to see that version of Anthony Joshua, that confident, sharp, solid, strong Anthony Joshua, looking for the counter, sharp behind the jab, feet under him, well balanced, confident, good defence. I'd like to see that Anthony Joshua in against Usyk. So that means we need to see Usyk beat Fury, which I think is going to happen. And then AJ maybe become the full hero. AJ has turned it all around. People went against him, there was doubting him. I've been critical of him because he did lose his confidence. He wasn't doing what he should be doing for a big, strong, heavy athlete who's a two-time unified heavyweight champion. But he's been tentative on his back foot. But under Ben Davison, his new trainer, he's shown confidence, he's shown self-belief. And I've got to be honest, he was really, really humble with that victory. He was classy with his interview that he came across. He's winning me over. He never lost me. I was always honest. I just thought he struggled since Ruiz. I think his soul's been destroyed and he's not really fought anybody and he's been tentative. But I think he's back. And you don't want to say he's fully back based on a fight against somebody who don't belong in a professional boxing ring. But everything he's done now since since losing to Ruiz and since the losses to Usyk, he's done everything correctly in the right pattern, the right time frame, and now he's ready to take on anybody. So we're going to just eagerly await now Tyson Fury against Alexander Usyk. We eagerly await that fight, and the winner of that, Anthony Joshua, the new fresh, I'm back Anthony Joshua, will be waiting for the winner of that fight, and it's really exciting. Listen, Tyson Fury was sitting there ringside with his dark black dyed, freshly dyed beard. He looks pretty good, doesn't he? He looks crisp and clean in his Versace suit, whatever it is. But he was sitting there and his face looked shocked. He was looking around, nervous. I see him swallow. He was licking his lips. I don't know what he was thinking. He was in shock like many people were. But he must have been thinking, for fuck's sake, what is that performance from AJ? Has he just absolutely obliterated the guy that I struggled with? Tyson Fury was on the floor. He was badly hurt. He scraped out 10 rounds and many people thought he got beat. And, you know, there's an argument that he did get beat. AJ's just gone in there and absolutely wiped the floor with Francis Ngannou and set up a potential mega fight, whether that's a rematch with AJ and Usyk or whether that's AJ Fury, which is what we want to see. It's certainly what Eddie Hearn wants to see. And I've got to be honest, if you're going to stick Anthony Joshua in with Tyson Fury next, I'm making Anthony Joshua a strong favourite. Before I go, I want to mention Joseph Parker. He was on the floor twice against the big lump Zhilei Zhang. He was taking that backhand from the southpaw position. Flush on the chin, side of the head, down he went. But Parker, fair play to him, he kept believing. He came out from his corner confident. He was busier and he worked away towards the end of the fight and he nicked the last few rounds. He did. He won fair and square on points and he climbed off the canvas twice. So well done, Joseph Parker. Great performance. Fair play to you. Another guy that can mix it in with the heavyweights. I don't think he's in the big mix with AJ and Fury and Usyk. He might get there. He's young enough, but for now we need to see the Fury Usyk fight and Anthony Joshua now can sit back and kind of wait to see what unfolds there. But Anthony Joshua deserves all the credit for tonight's card. I think I've already given him enough of a kiss arse session, but he deserves it, and fair play to him. So that's it for another episode of Froch on fighting. That was my quick post-fight analysis. Fair play, Anthony Joshua. Looking forward to see what the future holds for you, but that was a top performance. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, like, share this video. You know the jazz, and I'll see you next time.